and both of them kind of were inspired a little bit by the different elements of the engineering that they did. One son's moved on into machine manufacturing, and he really enjoys the engineering aspect of it. And the other son found out that he likes the way you solve the problems. You find a solution. His main solution was, I'm going to solve it by joining up. And so that's kind of a nice way to do it. But they've all picked out different ways. They learned scale. They learned how to present their model, how to put the most important piece forward, and it made them more of a, I guess, more of a well-rounded individual because they were able to stand up and say, you know what, this is what I made, this is why I solved it, and this is how I solved it. And
Power grids, right? This kind of thing. So again, it was natural disasters. These girls won an Architectural Design Award as well as an ASU Walton Sustainability Award for civic design.
This is Representative Grijalva. Awesome. Thank you.
Your program is to do what you want to do.
No, yeah, I
Trial and error sometimes.
Earthquakes. What about, is there anything else? Wind. Wind is another one.
Home to us. Thank you to all your staff. Thank you to Marianne Landreth, who is, there you are, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay, Marianne was very instrumental in organizing, and you're exactly the director of the Javits Grant?
Yes, I was the coordinator of the Jets Grant. Yes.
Coordinator of the Javits Grant. And I also want to introduce Peter
Okay.
Lane.
And so what we wanted to do is make sure that we kept the line item in there, that it didn't disappear. You know, when a program disappears, then it's so much more difficult to try and bring that program back up.
Yes, yes.
And the language in ours is that what is happening, and with gifted education, you know, one of the things that the grant focuses on is on schools that don't receive that kind of attention.
Yeah.
No, and not because they the neighborhoods that the kids come from might have economic challenges, but that has nothing to do with intellect. and so we wanted to make sure that intellect was had the opportunity as well. And this is a great example, and thank you very much. And I like the fact that it's a program that's integrated into a school. It's a program that is part of that community. When I was a school board member, I really didn't like the idea of pulling kids out and moving them somewhere else in order for them to have access to gifted and talented instruction. So keeping them in the home school, it's really important for the community, it's important for the kids. And I think that there's a really important residual effect that happens to all the other kids that are part of that school as well. You know, and the expectations for the kids is high, and that's what it should be. I think, you know, educators know here that if you have high expectations for kids, they tend to want to meet those expectations.
Yes, yes.
And they do better.
Yeah.
And if you don't have those expectations, they tend to respond that same way as well. And so this is a really good thing. You elevate, you give status to, and it's integrated into a community, and the community's proud of it. And I think that's good. So we're waiting for the Senate to wake up pretty soon and
Yep, yep.
It goes into some. We got it done in June, so we're waiting to move that as well. And when we go to conference, I'll be there because I'm on the education committee, and after I'm second in seniority, so I'm gonna get to go. And that's gonna be this and some other access issues for districts. And I think that I think it's really important what you're doing to bring members of Congress to these programs, so they get to see the students, have them explain to you their very complicated projects, and all you do is nod, but you're not quite sure you understand it. And to meet parents.
Yes.
And the staff, and I think it's putting a human face, a young person in front of us is a good thing to do.
Yes.
And I'm
Thank you.
glad you do that, because this shouldn't be a partisan issue. It should be a bipartisan issue. There shouldn't be a struggle over this. And so we're gonna push this thing, and hopefully we have to wrap this up before the end of this session. So, but in the interim, we keep running the way we are, and I really want that. I'd like to get an increase in it, and maybe not as significant as we need, but at least now we start that trajectory going forward instead of going backwards. Because the demand for gifted talent education is growing in this country, and now that it's been made into an access and equity issue as well, then it's growing even more. So I want to thank you. Give some good perspectives. We took a lot of good photographs that we're going to share with our colleagues.
Great.
And go from there. But thank you a lot, and the group has been a great asset to us, and provided us good information and helped us kind of steer through this, and we're part of the negotiations of where we go with this. Like I said, the demand is 61 million. We're trying to get 16. You know, but it's the way of the world sometimes. But the school should be very proud. The district should be very proud. It's a great track record, and I think when these kids end up running the world, we'll be in better hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Who's going to use your camera?
I've come to the school before, and this was a chance. I got invited to come and visit the classrooms, the robotics program. I like what is being done with the resiliency program around energy and renewable energy, and to visit with the gifted and talented classrooms here. It's a good school, it's a great school, and so I learned a lot, and it was very, very impressive what the students are doing and the teachers.